Guys, welcome back to the channel and to the garden. Today's video, we're just going to be relining the small raised contemporary planter here. Now what I have done already, guys, is to just remove some of the stone and things that were on the bottom. I've got a offcut of liner, which I'm going to be relining, and stick with us here as we go through and just show you how we do that. Guys, just to show you quickly here, going to be relining this lower pond area here. What I'm going to do though is I'm actually going to use the scrap pool liner that I had in here just as a temporary measure as a bit of the underlayment. So I'm going to use that to protect the liner on top here. I'm going to be using an offcut from the pond area just to whack that in, get that in, and we'll kind of get that refilled here. Alright, so you can see here, guys, as we're filling it, what I'm actually doing is using the water weight to kind of push out and spread the liner out here. I will probably be putting the slate base back into the liner underneath, probably lay down some underlayment just to ensure that doesn't break or anything like that. But with that said, guys, again, going to stick with the idea of having a kind of mini kind of pond area here. Going to fill it with sort of pond plants, perhaps a fish or two, but something very small. Again, really just trying to create a bit of a unique garden bed here. You know, we've got plenty of beds going back, so, you know, something a little bit different right off the back here, and where the kitchen area will be here. So, and you can see here, guys, another change that we're doing is going to take out this kind of little potted area here. What this was originally for was going to be to put a pump and an overflow back into the pond here, create a little bit of a water feature out of this. But with that said, now, guys, I think the idea is going to be to build the water feature part inside the liner and keep it all within this bit, keep this all a separate bed here. Again, I think it's just taking a little bit of the complexity out of it there. Sometimes I think when we get plans and things like that, we can kind of over-engineer it, over-design it. You know, sometimes it's best, as I say, to kind of start your plans and really kind of see how it all kind of plays out at the end. All right, guys, you can just see here now, nearly full up. And again, just starting to lay the edge back down on the side here. Got a slight overhang, hopefully to make that look a little bit kind of edgeless, you know, or something that's kind of tucked in. Again, guys, you know, at the moment it's going to look pretty bare with it just being the black liner, but once this is kind of filled with plants and things, I think this will you know, turn out all right. As you can see, just trimming around the liner as I'm laying the brick, again making sure that keeping enough liner on the edge to tuck it under the brick, but also to kind of hide it from coming out the side there. Alright, so just to show you that, here is been relined and sort of topped again. Again, going to test to make sure it is holding water, of course. Now, with this said, guys, this portion of the build is not complete. This is just kind of the rough lay. All the bricks and things will be coming back up at one point when I do work on the kitchen, and that when we do actually add the concrete and things like that, again, I'm going to be properly leveling it, everything like that. But, you know, with these kind of things here, guys, I mean, literally takes a few hours to disassemble it and reassemble it. You know, laying the concrete will take a bit more time, of course, getting all the levels correct. But again, guys, it's kind of, you know, at that point where it's getting the feel for what it's going to look like. You know, I just want to make sure that I am happy with it before I go making it kind of a permanent structure here. Again, you've probably seen this in previous videos when it was lined with the pool liner there, the old offcut of that. And now with the proper liner in, again, we can get a bit more of a better feel for kind of how it's going to look. Of course, inside I'll probably put something like a gravel or even the slate back in. I'm not quite sure yet. Probably just going to, again, kind of wet test it first before I go laying any sort of bases or anything into it on that side. Of course, springtime, guys, going to be shopping around for some nice kind of tropical style pond plants. You know, that's certainly an area. Any suggestions you may have about you know, reasonable height pond plants that I can put in there, something that is going to add again, something a little bit unique. I'd like to kind of use this area to somewhat kind of close this off. I think the end goal in this kind of back area here now is to put a raised bed going all the way to the back here. having it connect onto this little pond area, and of course kind of creating a V almost around this area here. Reason being, again guys, when you first walk in the gate and you're off the back of the house here, what you'll see is you can see all the way down to the back of the garden. Now, of course, that table that's there, that's going to be going as well. That's just temporary. But the idea, again, as you can see, just where my fingers are here, creating that bed here and a bit of height. We've kind of roughly discussed this before, but this plan does seem, one that I'm, quite happy with now, and something I think I'm going to go ahead with. Again, really just to kind of section off this part of the garden, creates a bit more of a journey when you come down into the garden. Apologies on the offcuts you can see here. But the idea is, again, I want you to kind of get to the back here where it opens up, and you can see all the back, with it then opening up to the back here. So again, just kind of creating a bit more of a journey, giving you options to either go down the middle path, out towards the fire pit area, or to go off the back here. And again, this would hopefully be where it opens up and you get a nice idea of the pond and swimming area here. So yeah, as we say, guys, I think, for now, I'm fairly happy with that plan. Going to kind of keep adjusting. I'm going to investigate into more kind of the tropical pond plants that will do well in the area, and kind of go from there. So of course, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, certainly subscribe to follow along, join the amazing community, and we'll see you on the next one.